Hi, this is Felicia Brown with Spolutions, and I'm here at the Canadian Massage Conference with my friend and fellow educator, David Kent. David, welcome.
Thank you, Felicia, for having me today.
Yeah, thanks for being here. David and I have just been having a conversation about the various classes he's teaching, and one of the common themes that came up was, there's a lot that he shares in his classes besides just the actual technique or modality that he's talking about. So, David, I wanted to ask you, what kind of tips do you have for our viewers, something that you make as a common finding or common theme in all of your classes?
Well, for me, I am all about objective findings and giving a report of findings, because when you do objective findings, they all come in with the subjective complaints. My neck hurts, my back hurts, whatever it is, and that's great. We need to know that, but it's our objective findings. And besides the objective findings of palpation, tight muscles, things that I can show people. When someone goes to the doctor and they do certain assessments, they look down in their throat, they look in their ears, they check their blood pressure. You go to a chiropractor, they take x-rays, they do certain assessments. You go to the orthopedic, they're going to take x-rays. Certain doctors might order MRIs. You go to the dentist, they take a picture of your tooth. But you know what? Commonly you go to the massage therapist and they say, go lay down in the other room face down, I'll be in a minute, right? We have all done that. And in many situations, that's all we need to do, okay? But when they're presenting with pain and I need to educate them, I need to do some other things. And they're expecting that subconsciously that their healthcare provider will assess and educate. Right. So what I use is what most of us are carrying around in our pockets. I use the camera of my cell phone to take a postural photo. I shoot a front anterior view, I shoot a lateral view, and then I can zoom in on the camera. No special software that I need to buy. When I bought the phone, it had a camera in it, and if I can take a picture and I can zoom in on it, I've got it. Now, subconsciously for the patient, that's the same as like their healthcare provider or their doctor showing them an x-ray. So when I show them a high shoulder, that's like the chiropractor showing them that their atlas axis was out. When I show them, what's going on with their shoulders, like to them subconsciously, it might sound a little crazy to you what I'm saying, but look, the doctor show the patient this stuff, they don't understand it. The dentist shows you what's wrong with the tooth and they say, now today we're going to drill in it and I'm going to put a temporary filling in and then you're going to come back. They don't ask you about it, they kind of tell you about it. So, I'll show the people their postural patterns. Sometimes I use the video part and show them their biomechanics. That's one way. Another way that I use my camera, like with me, I will real quickly educate my patients on the trigger points that either I expect to find or that we did find during the treatment. And I'll circle my charts with a wet erase marker. And then, there again, if I'm real short between patients on time, sometimes when I'm all done, I'll take my camera and I take a picture of all the charts where I've circled all the different muscles, okay? Or I'll stand at the charts, and while I'm looking at them and I've circled everything, I just dictate, because my phone also has a recorder into it, so I'll dictate a WAV file of the note. I'll dictate their subjective and then my objective findings, and I'm looking at their posture photo and dictating, right high shoulder, head is, 4-inch forward head posture, whatever it might be, and then I'll dictate which trigger points I identified today and where they were referring and what stretches I showed them and when they're going to return and what I want to follow up on next time. And then I just can email that even out of my cell phone to the transcriptionist, who then transcribes it and then sends me an email with a Microsoft Word file back. Then what I do is, it's very simple. Every patient has a folder in the computer, and we just drag their soap notes into that folder, and I move the photos into their folder. So that's some of the ways that I use the technology that just is in my pocket with me every day. Look, when I first got into massage, we'd take a Polaroid photo, and this thing would go whoop, and then we'd wait 3 minutes for it to turn colors, if it did. So you've got the technology, you've already paid for it, make it work for you, get a good return on your investment, educate your patients, they will totally change their mindset. And what's a picture worth? When you take a picture's worth 1,000 words, that's right. So show them instead of talking to them, show them a picture that's worth 1,000 words. And I think you'll find that it will really impact your business.
Well, this video has definitely been worth 1,000 words, and I appreciate all your tips. David, how can people get more information about your tips? So you've got lots of stuff on your website.
Yeah, real easy. You can Google David Kent or go to davidkent.com or kenthealth.com, and there you can download, you can watch YouTube clips. There's a whole slew of free articles you can download, print out, and that talk about these same concepts that I've just shared with you.
Well,
and
great.
Definitely add yourself to our mailing list, please.
Oh, for sure. And make sure to find David at one of his upcoming conferences or classes. I know he'd love to have you there. Thank you so much for being here today, David.
Thank you.